You ever open your chest, pour your soul out, thinking someone would understand, only to watch them blink, nod, and quietly kill everything you just said? Not with words, with silence, with that subtle smirk, with that shift in energy that said, "You're dreaming too big, sit back down." You ever walk away from that and feel hollow? Like your fire got pissed on? Like your dream just got dressed in chains? That's what happens when you speak too soon. When you bleed in front of people who'd rather watch you die slow than see you win. And the craziest part, you knew it. Your gut screamed, "Shut up," but your mouth kept going because you wanted to be seen, heard, believed in. But they weren't listening to believe in you. They were listening to find the cracks, to water the doubt, to drag you back to their level of stuck. That's how power leaks, drop by drop, through lips that should have stayed sealed. We're living in an age where people think silence means weakness, where sharing too much has become a badge of honor. But stoicism, it isn't about being cold. It's about being undefeated inside. It's about protecting your light like it's the last flame left on earth. Because not every eye that watches is wishing you well. You think you're venting. They think you're slipping. You think it's trust. They see a target, and before you know it, your fire's gone, your will's cracked, and your masterpiece has turned into a ghost. That's why the next time you feel the urge to speak, bite down, hold it, build it, bleed in silence, move like a phantom, work like a storm behind locked doors. Let your actions hit the world like thunder, and never warn them it's coming. Speak after the victory, not before the war, because what they don't know, they can't stop. What they don't see, they can't curse. What they can't feel, they can't kill. So if you've ever been burned by your own words, if you've ever felt that sick twist in your gut after oversharing, this is your wake-up call. No more handing out your vision like scraps. No more letting empty souls sip from your spirit. No more explaining the magic to people who don't believe in alchemy. Smash that like button if you've ever been betrayed by your own voice. Drop "I'm done oversharing" in the comments if you're ready to move in silence and build like a ghost with a grudge. Subscribe if you're done with empty words and ready to walk like a storm. And I'm dead serious. Do not skip any part of this video. This one's for the ones who got stabbed for being real. This one's for the quiet warriors. The ones building an empire with their mouths shut and their souls on fire. Let them think you're gone. Let them sleep on you. But when you return, make sure they choke on the silence you left behind. Now, let's dive in.
I utilize this communication because it helps me. It just saddens me that every time I open up my mouth, I know for sure there are people who are listening. So, choosing my words, I mean, I just want you to know the truth. I want you to hear and find the knowledge, which is right there. King Stoic, or King STOIC. Stockism. Whatever it's called. It's for you. I just had a man this morning tell me about, now this is a hater with the haterade. And he finally got me to open up because I was tired of him saying the same shit over and over. For some unknown reason, the people around where I make my living, they have this thing that's a sickness of continue to repeat the same shit over and over. So I'm broken with their mind. It's almost like being possessed with Alzheimer's, and they all are seeming to have that same pattern until you break them and tell them the truth. And all they really want you to do is talk to them. So this morning, I had a white man every day he keep asking me stupid shit and trying to get my attention. I finally opened up and said to him some things, and it led to me hearing him say he lost over $700,000 in his financial portfolio, whether he's boasting or not. He turned real bright cherry red and seemed like he was getting ready to cry. I said, shit, people have done worse things than cry. He says, I know. But yeah, man, these tariffs with Trump are shaking up a lot of personal growth that people were doing with their finances. And they're really having to stay afloat, quietly making decisions to jump into their nest egg of retirement. It's disturbing. And it's not going to stop. This is like terrible to see. I mean, I thought Obama was supposed to resolve this with what he did with the banks and the housing and the motor vehicles and everything else with healthcare. Nobody since or even Trump's even when Trump was in the White House and it was COVID and he gave checks, which I don't know who told him to come with the government to come up with that amount of money, but none of that stuff helped us make a better life for ourselves. We all caught up in this bullshit. All you can do is try to go to work, do the best you can, think for yourself, try to out strategize your company because your company's not really doing shit for you. They don't have nothing to offer. They really don't, except a job. I have my own personal things I need to take care of, but I can tell you one thing. I would never allow a foundation of Black American, or for that fact, the way my heart and my spirit is, you can't get me to tell nobody no goddamn lie. You're going to get it from me, and you're going to be blessed from getting it from me, the truth. I ain't got time to send you up the creek without a damn paddle. You need to know it's your only one life. And the trap guy gonna help you get to where you need to get to. No holds bar. I'm gonna throw you a rap. I'm gonna teach you how to fish. I'm gonna tell you would swim halfway and you think you can't swim but back. Just keep on swimming forward and you'll go all the way. One man will say one thing and another man will come in and say another thing. You can sit amongst the broad who want you for the meantime until she can level up. All of it is like quicksand. Everybody's out here being cutthroat. The world's changing. The dynamics are changing. But the information is all over the place still. But you gotta know what's best for you in the trap. I love y'all, man. And I promise you, I just want to see you win. 10 habits that can make you silently attractive. God gave you strength. God gave her feminist, biological, nurturing power. And the dynamics to be so great when that chemistry is together is rewarding. But when it's not, you end up places that you never thought you'd be. I'm the trap god. Here go one of my videos I put up. Yeah, that was one of my videos I put up earlier today. I'm the trap god. KOD testimonies.
Your neighborhood just got a whole lot cooler with Kroger Delivery's refrigerated trucks. Order groceries at
You know what I mean? I might order me some food here in a minute.
Hi guys, I'm trying Subway's Doritos, but long nachos.
I don't know what I'm gonna order. I might order something. Or just sit here and eat a cake. I hope you can figure it out.
It is December, and if you're new to the channel, that only means one thing. We are starting off our series called The Best, where I highlight the best restaurants in a category or the best order at a restaurant, and this is something I just wanted to do because I was in the mood for it. So today we are doing the best order at Dave's Hot Chicken. Dave's Hot Chicken is one of my favorite restaurants in the fast casual category. What I consider fast casual is a restaurant that gives you quick service similar to fast food, but they make to order, and most of the time, the best way to go about it is there's no drive-through, but it's not a sit-down restaurant necessarily. So this is a fast casual restaurant like Five Guys, Wingstop, Chipotle. Those are fast casual. Anyway, Dave's Hot Chicken has basically one of the simplest menus, but they're really good at it. They have sliders and tenders. You can get a vegan version, French fries, mac and cheese. That's pretty much it. So there's not going to be much variety, but less is more in my opinion. I'm going to start off with the...
Ladies and gentlemen, Dave's Hot Chicken. This is my first time ever trying Dave's Hot Chicken. It's a big rave in the States and here in Canada or Edmonton. I actually thought it was only in Edmonton, but everybody in Toronto was like, no, we had it first, Quan. Don't even strip about it, this and that, but I didn't know. Man, all my Tronanians. What do you guys call it, Tronanians? You guys eat raccoons? Because last time I made there was like a video where somebody suggested raccoon and a lot of Tronanians came in and were like, we have raccoons here. Quan, if you need some, I'll give you some, alright? So I was like, hey, you guys be eating raccoons? Okay. This is the Lucky Charms milkshake. This. Just, I don't know. Looks like cereal and ice cream to me, but maybe it tastes different. Ladies and gentlemen, let me slide this on it.
Morning coffee.
It works. If you're a fan of Lucky Charms, vanilla.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a Dave's Hot Chicken mukbang video. That's right, guys. Dave's Hot Chicken is back. Or not back, it is now in Edmonton, Alberta. So we're gonna try it out for the first time. That's my
Beautiful. Oh my goodness. This looks amazing. Comes with got to get garlic sauce. So good. Even got a rainbow cake from a 7-Eleven because I got the chicks from there.
I just don't want to stop this rap game. I just want to rap in this rap game.
Try Crest 3D White. Finally, a daily whitening toothpaste for whiter teeth in one day. The tide goes in and out, just like a ride of theirs, no doubt. Inside.
Surprisingly, one of the most commonly commented thing on this whole burger run we've been going on at these chain restaurants is that Buffalo Wild Wings has one of the best burgers. I've had one before and I thought it was pretty good, but I got a bunch of them this time. So we're gonna try them out. We're gonna stack them up against the rest of these chain joints and see what they hit on. Also, shout out to everybody that was feeling the Planner's hat drip. I did it in an unboxing a while back, and I love the hat. I've been wearing it ever since. That old 90s football coach swag. But let's get into this video. So we got 2 burgers and 2 chicken sandwiches. One is a wrap with their new buffalo blue sauce that I've never tried before, so I got that. But we're gonna start out with, I don't know which one is which. Oh yeah, I got this last time and they screwed it up. But I made sure I checked the bag like 6 times before I even dipped up out of there. They probably thought I was crazy, but this right here is their barbecue bacon burger, and I am not going to lie, this looks fantastic. So it's got like 96 slices of that thick cut bacon on there. It also has some onion rings and some barbecue sauce on here. It's a double patty, and this came out to $12. Now they do have a combo meal that you can get that's $13, and it comes with fries. I got 2 combo meals, so I got 2 orders of different fries, but I didn't get all of them with it just because I wasn't going to eat them anyway. This really isn't half bad. I'm gonna be honest with you. As far as bacon goes on any of these chain burgers I got, this is by far the best one that I've had. The bacon strips, I'm gonna take one out. This is some thick cut bacon. Like, it should be a prerequisite to have this kind of bacon.
I might as well get paid. Okay? A lot of people speculate what's going on in his career, man. I think it's a fight that could have happened. Some You commentate. You got your podcast on. Only Crawford, Thurman, Deontay Wilder ain't been looking good. There's not a lot of people from this generation looking good, man. For the
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, you just heard former unified welterweight world champion superstar boxer Keith one-time Thurman, as he's calling out former unified three-belt WBA, WBC, IBF welterweight world champion superstar boxer Earl "The Truth" Spence Jr. Keith Thurman is 31 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 23 wins by way of knockout, 36 years of age, 5'9", with a 69-inch arm reach. This is a fight that has been in the making since 2017. Earl "The Truth" Spence Jr. is 28 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 22 wins by way of knockout, and he's 35 years of age, right? 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach. And he's saying this is a fight that people want to see, the last fight of our era, as they are the last two fighters of their generation that people want to see outside of Terrence Crawford. And he's saying that this is a fight that can and should happen. They just got to pay us. Now, he's linked to obviously a showdown with former WBO junior middleweight world champion, Australian superstar boxer Tim Tszyu, the son of a legend, in Costa Tszyu, right? So he's saying, why not? And I'm saying the same thing. Why not? I'm saying the same exact thing. Why not? Make it happen, right? Errol Spence has been linked to fights with Sebastian Fundora. That didn't plan out. Linked to a fight with Erislan De Lara. Obviously, that didn't plan out. Jamel Charlo and Erislan De Lara reportedly coming back on Gervonta Tank Davis card June 21st in Las Vegas at T-Mobile. And Errol Spence ain't on that card. The last time we seen Errol Spence in the ring was when he took the first loss of his career, when he lost to Terrence Bud Crawford. That was July of 2023, right? He has been linked to many fights, many comeback dates. He even stated that, it's almost time for the big fish to make his comeback. Well, big fish needs to make this comeback, right? I would love to see this fight. This is the perfect fight for Errol Spence. Keith Thurman. It's a big fight. Like Keith Thurman, I didn't agree for so long because Keith Thurman played games, right? We know that. We know that to be the truth. But the fact remains is Keith Thurman is still one of the best of his era. Errol Spence's era, that is. And he fought everybody. Sean Porter, Kell Brook, Terrence Crawford, you name him, Danny Garcia. They all fought each other outside of the fight that we wanted to see before Terrence Crawford even moved to 147, which was Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence unification. If you don't know, Keith Thurman unified the belts against Danny Garcia in March of 2017. Errol Spence became the world champion for the first time in his career in May of 2017 when he went to the UK and beat Kell Brook for the belt, right? That's when Errol Spence became a world champion. So 2 months apart from each other. And Errol Spence was calling for a unification against Keith Thurman, and Keith Thurman played a lot of games. Actually, Keith Thurman didn't come back until 2 years later, after he beat Danny Garcia, right? When he came back January of 2019, right? Nearly 2 years later, and fought Josito Lopez, then he fought Manny Pacquiao, and he lost to Manny Pacquiao, right? And then Keith Thurman didn't come back for another 2 years. And he fought against Mario Barrios. He beat Mario Barrios. Then he was out the ring for another 3 years in 2020, right? So this is what Keith Thurman does. But right now, this is it. It's the end of an era. And Keith Thurman at 154, Errol Spence moving to 154. It's a big money fight. It's a lucrative fight. It's a marquee fight for Errol Spence. Keith Thurman is more of a marquee name for Errol Spence than Erislandy Lara. The only reason it makes the Sebastian Fundora fight interesting is because, let's be real, Sebastian Fundora is a bit of a sideshow, right? He's 6'6", 80 plus inch arm reach, fighting at 154 pounds, and he's the unified champion. So that's what makes that so interesting. But Keith Thurman is a bigger name. It's a bigger marquee fight. It makes the most sense. Keith Thurman hasn't been the most active guy. It makes the most sense for Errol Spence coming back to fight Keith Thurman. That makes a lot of sense. And they could make a lot of money, right? And Keith Thurman will do it in Texas. So you could put that fight on in Dallas. You could actually put that fight on in Dallas, Texas at AT&T Stadium. And Keith Thurman will be interested in that, right? Because Keith Thurman believes in himself. Keith Thurman believes he'll shock the world. He liked to do it in front of Errol Spence's own fans. They got history, right? Errol Spence been chasing him for years. They got history. It makes sense. Make it happen. So let's see how it unfolds and plays out, man. But that's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.
47, and again, against Spence, he is tasting a, we mentioned, fight with one punch.
No, what I'm saying is they already called him a weight bully. He beat Kell Brook coming off of a loss, an eye injury.
Yeah, so you can't say that he's not a Hall of Fame if he's beat world champions, you know.
And all. When it comes to being great, it's not about just becoming undisputed. It's how you become undisputed.
Terrence Crawford brushed off Errol Spence's call for a rematch while also questioning Spence's Hall of Fame credentials. Crawford pointed out that Spence has only fought in one weight division, unlike himself, who became undisputed across multiple weight classes. He argued that Spence can't be considered for the Hall of Fame with just accomplishments at 147 pounds, dismissing Spence's legacy in the process.
Do you not think Spence will be in the Hall of Fame?
Right now? No, how? He fought in one division at the WBC,
he didn't fight
WBA.
He wasn't undisputed.
He wasn't. No, what I'm saying is they already called him a weight bully. He beat Kell Brook coming off of a loss, an eye injury. He beat Sean Porter.
In all fairness, he had to go over there to get that.
You know what I mean? That's a good win. I'm still a fan. I hope he do well. But like, once it got to the point where I moved up in weight and I'm in the same weight as Spence, it's just like, oh man, you ain't fighting nobody. You this, you that, you this, you that. So now they trying to blemish my accomplishment just to boost him up. I'm like, dude, you're not gonna do that, because I can retire right now and be in the Hall of Fame. He could, everything that I've accomplished, he's still trying to accomplish. I don't want to sound like I'm hating on him. I honestly don't know if he make it to the Hall of Fame with the accolades that he didn't got right now.
Second round, let's see if he lets his hands go a lot more.
Errol Spence has called out Terrence Crawford for a rematch, making it clear that he wants another shot at him. The possibility of a rematch is still on the table, and Spence is determined to take it on. Despite his previous loss, Spence believes he can make the necessary adjustments and prove himself against Crawford in a second fight.
Is there ever a possibility where you would rematch Errol Spence? Or is he in a position where he needs to win again before that makes sense for you?
The possibility is there. He's fighting Fundora for his title. I'm fighting for a title. And there's the possibility. He win his fight, God willing. I win my fight, God willing. And there's a possibility right there.
Anyways, I'm the trap guy. I'm just going through showing y'all some of the stuff that I be looking at. Just, you know what I'm saying, I can go through all this, but yeah, man, I was thinking about while I was at work, I was trying to help this youngster focus on the reality. Look, Slim Thug got somebody broke in his crib.
Broke in my spot. Broke in my spot. Petty thieves hit a good lick, man. They got me from my jury. I was slipping, but we working on it. But we ain't even tripping though. I'm in the penthouse. How the did they get in the penthouse is what I want to know. The penthouse, you only can have a fall from floor. I'm gonna get this insurance money. I'm gonna buy me a car. I ain't buying no drink. You know what I mean? I went in, I watch it. These niggas too petty. I ain't finna go crazy. I got footage and everything, but I ain't finna go crazy over no shit. We got insurance, so we good. But we ain't good where we covered. But we good, you know. But it's still it's some slick shit. Yeah, I don't know. We got some footage of everybody, but you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm worried. I'm like, how the get to the penthouse? Look how high we is. How the get up there? They did steal some cash. They stole the sugar baby flowers. Stole the sugar baby flower. That's what cash they took. I ain't cash. Yeah, that's why I don't cash, cause shit like this. They stole the sugar baby flowers.
Willie D. Live.
What's up, family? NBA superstar Anthony Edwards has officially been granted his request for no visitation and custody in his paternity case against Aisha Howard. What do y'all think about that, fam? No visitation or custody. Usually, you know, when guys go to court, they fight for that. But he don't want anything to do with the child that he created. Nothing at all. You know, you got some more kids, I guess. I guess that's the difference. But how is that the difference? How does that work? Anyway, how does one do that, right? He wants nothing at all to do with the kid that he created. Now, listen, fam, I get it. Some of y'all are saying that Aisha is a gold digger. Okay. He ain't got my sympathy with that because he already knew that. Everybody knew it. She's 36. I think he's, 23 or something? He's a young dude. In any event, he knew what he was getting into before he got into it. He knew exactly what he was getting into. So does all these other young dudes who come up on all this money and get these women pregnant, and then they end up in a custody battle or some type of child support situation. They know exactly what's going on. They're not victims. They are not victims. Let's get that understand. I feel nothing for them whatsoever. Who I do feel for is the child. I feel for the children because that's who gets the raw deal every time. The children, the innocent ones. Family, did you know about 23% of the children in this country live in single-parent households? So, anybody that's saluting this dude is part of the problem. I get it. You don't want to be with her. I get it. But how do you disconnect from the child that you created? How do you do that part? That's what I'm trying to get an understanding of. I mean, if somebody could just explain that part, because I can't wrap my head around.
Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC.
This is what I'm struggling with in America right now in my 20s. Why is everything so expensive? Why am I making more money waitressing than I would make using my college degree? I barely have a life. I have 2 days off and I work Wednesday to Sunday, doubling just to pay my bills. At 22 years old, all of my bills are in my name. I have no help. How are y'all affording housing? In Myrtle Beach, a 1-bedroom apartment is $1,500. How are y'all getting insurance, going to the doctor, getting medicine? And then some of us are trying to be TikTok influencers. Who knows where that's going to get me? Me and my boyfriend are saving, but we barely see each other during the week, and it feels like we're working ourselves for nothing. Do we need to move somewhere for a better job opportunity that we don't know about? Do any of y'all really know what you want to do with your life right now? It is so scary being in America right now.
What am I doing wrong? I work every day and I'm still broke. Like, I have a decent job, I make some decent money, but I live out here in Cali. Like, bro, as soon as I get paid, I have all these bills stacked up, bro, that shit wipes me clean. Like, fuck, I got no money left over. Making 100,000 a year doesn't get you anywhere nowadays.
Hi guys, I'm really stressed today. I just went to the grocery store, bought 10 items, and it was $80 freaking already. I literally have $10 left in my account. So in the backstory, I got laid off from my job a month ago. And I've been applying for jobs months before I got laid off. Sent out hundreds of resumes already. Applied to hundreds of jobs on the internet, remote and on-site. Tailored my resume to every position that I applied using ChatGPT. Went to only a few interviews. And still nothing. Like, what the f going on with America right now? Like, it's so freaking hard to live here. Like, I'm gonna stay positive. I'm gonna keep applying for jobs. I'm gonna keep showing up. But man, my bills are not going to pay.
Y'all, I just went today and got my driver's license renewed, my car tags renewed, picked up 2 prescriptions, and got a few groceries. To say that I'm completely broke now is an understatement. So I'm going to have to go home and start selling off my furniture to be able to live the rest of the month. I mean, that's just, it's unbelievable. And my heart hurts today. Truly hurts for people who are not able. And we're living in some rough times, really rough times. And we need to be praying for all those around us who are not as fortunate as we are to be able to do the things that we need to do. I'm not talking about extras. I'm not talking about going on vacation and doing fun things. I'm talking about living, taking care of your vehicle if you can even afford a vehicle, putting groceries on the table, buying medicine, the things you have to do. It's sad. It's very sad.
Yeah, it's a really sad thing here. You know, we have a generation that is right now trying to survive in the U.S., and they're doing it at a time that it is so difficult with the rising costs. I really do feel for the younger generation, and even for the older generation. I mean, you're hearing the stories here that it's just so difficult. Right now, you go and do a few things and it's like your bank account is empty, and that is the reality. Money goes by so quickly, and the reason why is because primarily, in my opinion, wages have not kept up here in the US. That's a fact. And also the cost of everything has gone up so dramatically that right now it's just not lining up. It's really, really, really difficult to make ends meet. And you do have to start learning to do with less. Take out the luxuries in life. Take out the unnecessary vacations, the unnecessary spending. Take out the wants and really just focus on the needs. And even just by getting the needs, purchasing the needs, taking care of your needs, even that really starts to draw people broke. And I'm seeing more and more that people are having a harder time to cope with this because it's getting too stressful. And even though this has been going on for years now, and if the pot continues to boil, I really believe things are just going to get a lot worse because people are already living on the edge, and you already can not afford something extra to happen or something extra to come up without just kind of going in the hole. So that's why I've been a proponent of just living as minimally as possible for years now, being as debt-free as possible, and living frugally, because look at where we are today. Look at what's going on in the world.
Bro, the cost of living is insane right now. Like, what are we doing? I swear before COVID, in my area, $20 an hour was like, you balling, you good. Now, people that making $20 an hour, I'm like, man, how are they surviving? Like, this is insane. Fast food places are paying $20 an hour now. So $20 an hour is the new $10 an hour. Obviously, all of this is relative to where you live. So my $20 an hour, where I live in Northern Virginia, maybe your $16 an hour, or maybe your $30 an hour. It all really depends on where you live. Like, I can't be the only one that sees this stuff. Like, I can't be the only one that understands what's going on. And it honestly worries me that there's some people out there that make less than that.
Like, think about the people out there that's making minimum wage. Like, probably have to work 2 or 3 jobs just to make up for, you know, a livable income. It's insane.
I'm just mad. I'm just mad anymore. You know, there's no reason for me to be like, yay, America, like we're so great, we're so free, we're so powerful. I'm starving. I have to go without so that my kid can maybe have Pop-Tarts once a month. It shouldn't be that way. We shouldn't have to go like, let's see, we haven't had meat in like, you know, a long time, because guess what? We can't afford it, okay? But yet we're the ones working every day to make this country go round and round. But we're not worth being able to have decent food or the amount of food that we need to have one of our family members go without. I'm done. I'm done. I'm so done. It shouldn't be this way. And I know that it's not just this way for me.
I literally started this video speaking about that. Until you hear the white folks say it, y'all don't believe it.
Living in America is freaking ridiculous right now. 2 to 3 grand on average. You need to make 2 to 3 times that. 9,000 a month. How many people with regular bachelor degrees are even making that? No one. Not a lot of people. No one wants to live with roommates. That's not the answer. Everybody deserves a safe and clean space. There's no reason why so many people should be roommating, or you can't even buy yourself your own house. It's not, this is horrible.
And I completely agree. $20 an hour used to really feel like it went far, but recently it's not the same anymore. $20 an hour still sounds good, but then when you look at the cost of everything, that it doesn't really do much anymore. You need to have more money coming in. You need to have the extra income, whether there's someone else bringing in the income, or you need to have a side hustle, another job. But it just really goes to show you that if you're not already looking at ways to downsize, ways to be more frugal, then I think it's just going to, potentially hurt you in the long run, because prices are only going up. And yeah, hopefully there's going to be change in the country coming up, but in the meantime, you can immediately control what you're spending. And, so I really recommend that people start to work on that if you haven't already, because
we can go over this as many times as you want, or you can hear from whom you want. It's all the same. You either woke or you sleepwalking. I'm telling y'all, I ain't told y'all, and I keep on telling y'all, I don't have to be the voice of reason for you. I don't know what to tell you about love. I don't know what to say to you about anything. You gotta keep on hearing it until you finally hear it from somebody that you could relate to. Because when the trap God tells you, you think I'm just wasting time. When I'm woke, I told homeboy today, man, don't let these people play you. You just sitting there just gullible as hell. And nobody's telling you you wasting your time coming as far as you coming just to be working for free. Stop playing yourself, homie. Now, it's just real life. This is real life. They say it's gonna get grimy.
Hi, I'm Nina, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A, and a little thing you're going to love about the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich.
Ah, shit. Can we inhale and exhale? I don't know. I mean, these people still out here trying to, a lot of people making mistakes. Party and bullshit, party and bullshit. at the candy store. Woo! I just remember all this luxury that we had before. Now we banging on other people's door, looking for a way to eat, looking for a way to get it. Any damn trap free. Just so hungry for my talents and ability. Give me what I need and eat my trap streets. I sat on the ground shit, right? We have to kick the front door in, just take it by any necessary. Damn! Politics got us going crazy. A lot of us ain't even lazy. Love and benefits of that shit. Even making love and shit. Really beloved and have a dream for it. But when my belly is crawling for it. Can't even eat, can't even think, and he's still trying to put me in a position where I'm working harder, but I'm so smarter, but it don't make sense. I got no sense. Money management, not dog. The cost of living just cost. What will I do with this mentality? Be criminal out here in the streets. Really beloved, we gather here today. We trying to find a way just to survive. Out here and other people taking lives. Thinking of ways to invest, please. Tariffs got us all on our knees. We believe in our consciousness. We begging God for consciousness. Begging God and them for His grace, you see. With the blessings that please Him, the trap that the rap God simply the best. Can you hear me saying like this, rest? And we thinking really hard how we gon' survive in this trap like God. Come on! Bring your son Jesus back. Yo. Anyways, Mr. Trap guy, baby. We out here trying to get it in these streets. Yeah, I was trying to pimp homeboy to the game, and he's sitting there acting like he foolish with it. Trump. What? What you talking about, Trump?
Eyes still on the stock market here in the last 6 hours. China's tariffs against the U.S. went into effect, sending the futures board back in the red this morning.
Michelle is at the live desk right now, tracking new fallout overnight and what it means for your money. Hey, Michelle.
Well, hey guys, our team's been watching these very numbers overnight, and they've been really all over the place. So for now, you can see the futures. They're all down. Wall Street is set to open lower. While you were sleeping, China went through its vow to raise tariffs on U.S. products from 34% to 84%. China is the exception to the temporary relief President Trump now promises to dozens of countries. In fact, he's hitting China with even higher tariffs at 125%, effective immediately, per the White House. For all the other countries that did not retaliate, Trump said yesterday he'll pause higher tariff rates for 90 days, but he'll keep the 10% baseline tariff. Markets reacted just moments after Trump announced all this. Within minutes, the Dow jumped more than 6% and led up to one of Wall Street's biggest single-day spikes ever.
This is a big win for Trump, and it's a big win for America.
This chaos seems to be just a game for Donald Trump. But it is really real, very real, for people's lives, people's livelihoods.
They will be fair deals for everybody. But they weren't fair to the United States. They were sucking us dry, and you can't do that. China wants to make a deal. They just don't know how quite to go about it.
Okay, so guys, get this. Guess who made the most from yesterday's massive rally? Elon Musk. Guys, are you surprised? Well, he saw the largest individual gain yesterday, adding $36 billion to his fortune as Tesla's stock jumped more than 20%. And guys, Mark Zuckerberg right after that.
Interesting stuff. All right, Michelle, we're going to see how the markets fare today. It's been so up.
Richer getting richer. It's the same old game when Obama was in there. Man, we getting played, bro. I mean, I don't know what to say. You still looking for love? You still want one of these things to have you going crazy and She doing everything she can do to survive self-preservation. You want one of them in your house looking in your face, driving you nuts? Ugh. Brick baby. These fools still out here trying to do that old gangster shit. Y'all dummies. Y'all dummies. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
You don't have to stink and be alone, Kevin. You can use Old Spice Total Body Deodorant Spray. 24/7.
Entertainment, babe. You have what it takes to be a YouTube influencer. You wanna be the one. Gonna do with your downtime. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna get up off of here, man. I was just trying to bring y'all a little entertainment and let me eat my little snack over here. Let's carry testimonies. Testimonies. I got one. Let's think about it back to the basics.
Keep imagining buying a house. Why do you keep imagining driving a really nice car? Why do you keep imagining that? Because God is talking to you. He's showing you something that He has for you.
Let's keep it real. Tell God, carry testimony. It ain't a dream no more, it's real. You get whatever your heart goes. I want you to know it. I'm a little testament. Come and kill me, let's get back to the basics, dog. Woo! Back to the basics, dog. Yeah, you know, there's a lot that goes into this. It's not just, I'm back out on the chicken circuit. Your wife and your ex couldn't show up. I apologize.
On the block, I told this nigga here, I said, fam, I asked him this question. I said, you smart, you should know this. I done made it to here, right here. My name is here. Yeah. All the gangster shit I did, you already know about. I said, if I was to come out here trying to prove myself, and I said, they whack me, I said, I lose both ways. I told the nigga, I said, they whack me, I lost. Everybody get praised. Yeah, they whacked that nigga. Because, yeah, he was fake. But watch this, watch the flip side. I come out here and I whack them and get away with it. Oh, and the Carter law. Yeah. He just whacked them there. He back on shows. He rapping about it too. Bro, that nigga, man, that's some hoe ass shit. When that nigga came over here, I see niggas now, all the street niggas, I see real street niggas turn into hoes. So but Bree came over and killed that boy. He ain't have to do that, fool. He ain't have to do that, but let me get killed.
Real tough. Nice real.
On my mama. So what I told the bro is, I came out there, I said, fam, I'm here just to let everybody know I'm here, fam. I'm not running from that. But like I told this nigga here, I said, fam, how much you worth? How much you worth? Yeah. Stop playing. How much you worth? Put your hands back here. I ain't doing shit. Put your damn hands back here. Who are you? Staff Sergeant on the Sheriff's Office. My name is I don't care. Step to the rear of this vehicle. In the name of who? In the name of the law of the state of Georgia. Step back here now or you're getting tased. Watch me now. Put your hands on the back of that truck. Do you see that? Put your hands on the back of that truck. Back of the truck. Both hands. Turn around. 34, can you see me? One non-compliant. Your name is Officer who? Staff Sergeant Aldridge with the Camden County Sheriff's Office. Who county? Camden County. Put your hand behind your back. Do I have a warrant? Wait, no. Excuse me. Yeah, put your hands behind your back because you're getting tased. I'm telling you that right now. Why am I getting tased? Because you are under arrest for speeding and reckless driving. I'm not driving. Nobody was hurt. How was I speeding? You passed me doing 100 miles an hour. Okay, so that's a speeding ticket, right? Sir, tickets in the state of Georgia are criminal offenses. I don't have a ticket in Georgia. You do now? Why? You passed me doing 100 miles an hour. And what? I'm not going. Hands behind your back. Yes, you are going to jail. Put your hands back here. I ain't doing shit. Put your damn hands back here. Who are you? Staff Sergeant on the Sheriff's Office. My name is I don't care. Step to the rear of this vehicle. You look like Benavidez. You? Yeah, one leg. You gonna look like one leg. Yeah, one leg. I'm gonna make one leg. Thank you, leg. What you want to bet on that? What you want to bet on? You can bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. Easy. Let's bet $1 million. You getting that money, right? Easy. Let's bet $1 million. Easy. What are you talking about? There it goes. You look like Benavidez. You? Yeah, one leg.
This is inside the mind of boxing's greatest fighters. Floyd's in his Philly shell, and he sets his feet ready to trade. So he leans forward as bait. Then he throws a jab looking to draw out an attack from Pacquiao. Pacquiao feints to get Floyd's reaction and realizes Floyd is trying his pull counter so he doesn't take the bait. So Floyd lowers his right hand trying to tempt Pacquiao even more. Pacquiao knows it's a trap, so he throws a jab and stays at a distance. Floyd moves back, but makes sure he has enough room to pull back and then continues to bait. Floyd is giving Pacquiao a target, so he doesn't have to guess when Pacquiao attacks. Pacquiao pushes forward and throws a probing jab. Floyd pulls back and is now in a bad position with his back against the ropes, so he throws a left hook and gets some space again. So he continues the bait. Pacquiao feints him back and gets him on the ropes again, so he waits with a high guard, and once Pacquiao attacks, he escapes with a check hook. This is inside the mind of boxing's greatest fighters. Floyd's in his Philly shell, and he sets his feet ready to trade, so he leans forward.
What we gonna do with this? Gotta find things to do with your time, right? I'm the trap guy. Man, I'll holler at y'all later, man. I appreciate y'all. If anything, just gotta handle your business. That's all you can do. Handle your business. Stay focused. And leave these games alone that people out here playing.